Get comfortable. This is one of those stories you listen to late at night. Let me tell you a story. The office was quiet in the early morning hours. The kind of quiet that only exists before emails began pouring in and phones started ringing. The assistant liked it that way. It gave her time to breathe, to organize her thoughts before the day demanded them. She set her bag down, powered on her computer, and began sorting through the boss's schedule for the day. Meetings stacked back to back. Lunch he probably forget again. He always did. She was pouring herself a cup of coffee when she heard footsteps. She froze for half a second. He never came in this early. Good morning, his voice said calmly. She turned, startled, despised herself. He stood near the doorway of his office, jacket already off, sleeves rolled slightly as if he's been working for hours. Good morning, she replied, forcing her tone to stay professional. Their eyes held for just a moment too long. He glanced at the coffee in her hand. Did you just make that? Yes, she said. I can make you one if you like. He hesitated just briefly before nodding. That would be great. Thank you. She poured him a cup, adding cream without accent. She knew how he liked it. When she handed it to him, their fingers brushed. Both of them pulled back immediately. Your first meeting is at 9, she said quickly, stepping behind her desk. I printed the reports you asked for. Perfect, he said, clearing his throat. You're always prepared. It was meant as praise. It landed like something else entirely. The day moved forward the way it always did. Efficient, structured, professional. She followed him into the meetings, took notes, anticipated needs before he voiced them. He relied on her in ways he didn't rely on anyone else, and everyone knew it. What no one knew was the way his voice softened when he spoke only to her, or how she felt her pulse jump every time he said her name. Late in the afternoon, he asked her to step into his office. She closed the door behind her as she always did. Sit, he said, gesturing to the chair across from his desk. He went over documents with her, leaning closer than necessary. She can smell his cologne, subtle, clean. Her focus wavered, and she hated herself for it. This part here, he said, pointing, their shoulders nearly touch. I'll advise it, she said quietly. Their eyes met again. Something passed between them, unspoken, undeniable, dangerous. He leaned back suddenly, creating distance. That's all. Thank you. She nodded, standing immediately. Of course. When she stepped out, she didn't notice the way one of her coworkers looked up from their desk, or the way their gaze lingered on the closed office door behind her. Later, as she returned from the printer, she heard a hushed voice behind her. Am I the only one who thinks they spend a lot of time alone together? She stopped walking. Another voice replied, softer but sharper. Just wait. People always slip eventually. She swallowed and kept moving, her heart pounding. Back in his office, the boss stared at the closed door long after she left. Jaw tight, expressions control, but his thoughts were anything but. They were careful, they were professional, but the office was watching now, and secrets never stay hidden for long. And that's where we'll leave the story for tonight. Until next time, sleep well.